Hi, everyone. This is Carolyn Speaks, the State of the World, on Saturday, April 16th, 2022. So, what is it? Good, bad, or indifferent? All three. Now, people are tired, they say, of wearing a mask, practice social distancing, following health protocols. They say we should be going back to normal. Well, it's very sad. There's something I saw in the newspaper today, or in the news. Okay. Uh, it said headline 250 days and counting, waiting on new lungs after COVID. Just over 10% of lung transplants performed in the last year have been COVID related. Prior to COVID, most of these transplants were needed because of chronic disease. Now, while most Americans are shedding their masks and returning to their pre-pandemic lives, Marie Jackson remains in a Chicago hospital. She has been there for more than 250 days. There is no indication yet when Jackson will be able to go home. She's waiting on a new pair of lungs. Hers were irreversibly scarred when she was sickened by COVID-19 last July of 2021. Okay, new COVID hospitalizations are down. Um, but there are hundreds of patients, despite getting sick months ago, remain hospitalized. Their lungs simply cannot heal without mechanical ventilation or other intensive care, such as extracorporeal membrane oxygenation. Uh, it's called ECMO. It does the work of the heart and lungs for patients too sick to pump blood and breathe on their own. Such technology can sustain patients for months, and indeed many patients have been on ECMO since last summer's Delta wave, at least 10 months in some cases, but it's not a permanent solution. ECMO can cause complications such as infection and blood clots. ICU clinicians work to wean the patients off of ECMO. Uh, okay, when a patient cannot be weaned from ECMO, new lungs from a donor uh, are necessary. You can't go home on ECMO. You can't even leave the ICU, said the doctor and the medical director for the cardiothoracic intensive care unit at North Shore University Hospital, part of Northwell Health in New York. If you require ECMO for respiratory failure, your only ticket out is through lung transplantation. And as of February of this year, more than 10% of new patients on the lung transplant waiting list wound up there because of COVID, according to data from the United Network for Oxygen for Organ Sharing. And just over 10% of 2,510 lung transplants performed from March 2021 to February have been COVID related, according to the collected on behalf of NBC News. Historically, lung transplants have been limited to chronic lung diseases such as cystic fibrosis rather than viral infections. The need for lung transplants uh, from patients who have had COVID is really striking. He's the chief medical officer there. And particularly for a disease that has been here very long. Uh, and particularly for a disease that hasn't been here very long. COVID, it seems, is leading to the need for lung transplantation in two ways. One is a severe complication called acute respiratory distress syndrome, which generally lands people in the ICU early on and can lead to ECMO. The other is a condition called pulmonary fibrosis. These are often COVID patients who had some degree of lung damage but who never needed hospitalization. In these cases, the lung damage persists and progresses over time, sometimes for months. So, what we need, um, so they're relative to so we need to get these people um, a lung. But in order for someone to get a pair of lungs, someone has to die. So, uh, what other are there any other remedies? No, they say. So when you don't wear a mask, you don't practice social distancing, you don't get the vaccine when it's available for you and it's safe for you to take it, you are putting other people in danger, including yourself. So get vaccinated when it's available and safe for you to do it. I had mine on May 27th of last year, the Johnson & Johnson one shot. I'm looking for a booster. And I practice social distancing. I wear a mask. I always have a mask when I'm around other people. You can do the same. Save a life. The life you save could be your own. All right. That's quite a lecture, huh? Okay. Now, so how about something on a lighter mood? How about a little music? All right. There's a new world somewhere they call the Promised Land, and I'll be there someday if you hold my hand. I just need your love beside me, no matter what I do, for I know I'll never find another you. There is always someone for each of us, they say, and I'll be your someone forever and a day. I could search the whole world over until my life is through, but I know I'll never find another you. Okay, that was some of Another You, written by Tom Springfield of the Springfield Folk Group, which included his sister Dusty, who went on to become an international singing star. Another You was recorded by Dusty, his sister, and also by the Seekers. Okay, now take care of yourself and others. Wear a mask. Practice social distancing when the vaccine is available. If you take it, take it. And remember, take care of yourself and others. And remember, kindness goes a long way. This is Carol Ann Speaks, State of the World, on Saturday, April 16, 2022. Good night. Hope to see you tomorrow. Stay safe.